Animals with abilities humans still can't explain are a reminder that the natural world is still far more advanced, far more mysterious, and far more intelligent than anything we've built. We look at technology and call it innovation, but many creatures quietly outperform our machines without ever writing an equation, designing a blueprint, or flipping a switch. Today, you're about to meet animals that break physics, ignore biology, and defy logic, animals that make our most powerful inventions look primitive. And the deeper scientists study them, the more impossible things become. So let's start with a question that has puzzled researchers for decades. How is it that a tiny creature with no brain that we would recognize can outperform our finest supercomputers? Slime molds don't think, don't see, don't hear, yet they solve complex problems using a form of intelligence we still can't fully explain. Give a slime mold a maze and it will find the shortest path. Put it on a map of Tokyo's rail network and it will recreate the entire thing with near-perfect efficiency. It can predict changes in the environment, avoid hazards, and even remember where food used to be, despite having no neurons at all. We don't understand how something so simple performs tasks that challenge AI systems that cost millions of dollars. Is slime mold alive, or is it a biological algorithm we haven't decoded? And if that isn't unsettling enough, consider the immortal jellyfish, the only known animal that can reverse its aging process. When it encounters stress or danger, it doesn't die. It resets itself to a younger state, essentially rebirthing itself. It can do this over and over, theoretically outliving the planet if conditions allow. Humans spend trillions trying to cure aging, while a creature the size of your thumbnail cracked the code long before we ever understood DNA. How does it turn adult cells back into stem cells? How does it erase aging like a sentence in pencil? We don't know, and that mystery makes it one of the strangest organisms ever discovered. But immortality isn't the only trick nature hides. The mantis shrimp sees the world in colors we cannot imagine. Humans have 3 color receptor cones, mantis shrimp have 16. They can detect cancer-like patterns in tissue, see polarized light, and track movement at speeds beyond our perception. Their vision is so advanced that researchers are trying to build cameras inspired by their eyes, but no sensor we've created can come close. And they don't just see differently, they fight differently too. A mantis shrimp punch is so powerful it creates cavitation bubbles that generate heat nearly equal to the surface of the sun. Their strike breaks aquarium glass, snaps crab shells, and unleashes shockwaves scientists still can't fully measure. How can a tiny marine creature create a weapon that borders on the supernatural? No one knows for sure. Then there's the axolotl, the salamander that refuses to grow up and can regenerate almost every part of its body. Lose a leg, it regrows perfectly. Spine damage, healed, pieces of the brain, rebuilt. Scientists are still trying to understand how it rewrites its own genetic instructions with such precision. Humans scar, axolotls restore. Humans lose function, axolotls regenerate with zero degradation. We study them for medical breakthroughs, but the question remains unanswered. How did this creature evolve the power to rebuild itself endlessly? And if you think Earth's mysteries stop at regeneration, the electric eel will change your mind. It can produce enough electricity to knock out predators, stun prey, and even power a small battery. But the real mystery isn't the power, it's the control. Electric eels can send precise signals, low voltage for sensing, high voltage for attack, and they can modulate these currents like a living electrical device. Their bodies generate electricity through biological stacks similar to batteries, but no one understands how they coordinate thousands of cells at lightning speed. We build electronics. Electric eels are electronics. But even they aren't the strangest. Enter the pistol shrimp, an animal that snaps its claw so fast it creates a shockwave underwater that reaches nearly 200 decibels, loud enough to stun or kill prey instantly. This snap is so fast it produces a bubble hotter than the sun and a flash of light underwater. The shrimp isn't burning anything, it's breaking physics. Scientists didn't even believe it at first. It was only after high-speed underwater cameras were invented that they realized this creature was creating literal plasma in the ocean. And yet, even with plasma-generating shrimp, nature still wasn't done surprising us. Consider the octopus the ultimate escape artist. It can squeeze through any space larger than its beak. It solves puzzles, opens jars, recognizes humans, memorizes patterns, and even decorates its own home with shells. But the real mystery is how it controls its arms. Each arm has its own mini-brain with the ability to make independent decisions. Scientists still don't understand how these decentralized brains coordinate seamlessly. An octopus is not one mind. It is 9 minds working together, something we have never been able to replicate in robotics or artificial intelligence. But perhaps the greatest mystery of all belongs to the African elephant, a creature with an emotional intelligence that rivals ours. They mourn their dead, comfort each other, protect the weak, and communicate through infrasound vibrations that travel miles underground. Their memory lasts years, even decades, Yet we still don't understand how they process complex emotions or how their communication system works. They can predict storms, sense death, detect distant water, and navigate landscapes with a cognitive map so advanced it feels like a sixth sense. And then there are birds like the migratory bar-tailed godwit, capable of flying from Alaska to New Zealand in one non-stop flight. That's over 7,000 miles without landing, sleeping, or drinking water. How does its body manage energy? How does it navigate with no landmarks across endless oceans? Where is its internal GPS? Scientists have theories, but nothing is proven. The bird simply shouldn't be able to do what it does. Meanwhile, the humble bumblebee flies in a way that technically defies traditional aerodynamics. Its wings are too small, its body too heavy, and the math should say it can't fly. But it can, and it does. The secret lies in a wing movement pattern we still don't fully understand, a technique that generates lift far more efficiently than any helicopter or drone we've built. Some snakes can sense the body heat of their prey with near-infrared precision. Some beetles can survive being frozen, boiled, crushed, or deprived of oxygen. Tardigrades can survive the vacuum of space, radiation thousands of times higher than what humans endure, and temperatures that swing from boiling to absolute zero. How do they survive cosmic conditions that kill everything else? No one fully understands how their internal repair systems work, or how their DNA protects itself. But perhaps the most unsettling creature of all is the crow, not because it is strange, but because it is too familiar. Crows recognize human faces, hold grudges, give gifts to people they like, teach tools to their young, and problem-solve in ways that rival primates. Their intelligence is so advanced that some scientists believe they experience consciousness, an awareness we once believed only humans had. They mourn, plan, communicate ideas, and share information in complex patterns that we still haven't decoded. So what does all of this mean? It means the animal kingdom is not simple, it is not primitive, it is not predictable, it is extraordinary, it is nature's blueprint, far more advanced than anything we've built. And every time we think we understand the limits of biology, another creature appears and pushes the boundaries further. The truth is that humans are not the rulers of Earth, we are students. Animals have mastered flight, navigation, regeneration, electricity, communication, and intelligence in ways we still can't replicate. They are the original engineers, architects, navigators, inventors, problem solvers, and survivors. And the more we study them, the more we realize how much we still don't know.